Hello everyone, Ryan here. Thanks for watching my video. It is day 52 on my BitConnect journey. Today is July 9th, 2017. Just want to jump in. Sorry I haven't been on the past few days. I've had a lot of things going on, family stuff going on. So I didn't really get a chance. But I did want to give you an update here. So day 52. And let me just show you here. I've reinvested a couple times since my last video, so and I'm only reinvesting interest that I've earned. I'm not reinvesting any referral bonuses, just because I want to keep this as pure as possible your sake, because I know getting into something like this, you won't have any referrals, and so the only thing that you're going to be able to rely on for daily payout is just going to be the interest alone. So that being said, I wanted to. So I have 8,080 in there now. My initial investment, as I've brought up before, is 7,340. You can see here that the total that I've earned so far, this is interest only, is 4,168. So if I do the math there, divided by my initial, which was 7,340. If you want to watch my previous videos, you're welcome to. You can see kind of my journey from day one. But and also please subscribe to my channel if you wouldn't mind. I love I love for you to be part of this journey with me here. So we do the math on this. I've earned 56.7% of my initial investment back so far in only day 52. So again, I should be getting close to that 7,000 or earning back my initial investment within 100 days. So I did want to just kind of show you something real quick, because I think this is important. You know, I want this program to be making me a lot of money every single day. But let me just kind of show you here. I just want to be real with you. Right here, you can see that on the 7th and on was 0%, and that's gonna happen. There's also 0.06%, also a very low day. That's gonna happen. You can see today is great. It's 1.32. The day before that was 0.88. Those are awesome. The next day, sorry, my screen here, is going to be 0.86. That's a great day as well. But I just want to show you, like, this will happen. It's not like every day is going to be perfect. So I just want to be totally honest with you on this. That can happen. It will happen, and that's okay. If we go back here, you can see kind of the last 6 months of where the payouts were. We've obviously had some very high days, but there's also been some very low days too. So don't let that scare you. It happens. But anyway, so I had been reinvesting those last 2 days. Obviously, there wasn't. I have $119 in my lending wallet right now. If I go to reinvest, it'll show you here that only 32 of that. That's over the last 2 days, because I had the bonuses in there of 0.1% and 0.2% on my initial investments, because they were over 1,010 and over 5,010. I get those extra bonuses, which is why there's actually money in this portion of it, 3268. So I am going to reinvest that. You can see down here that I have 83.9 or $83.90 in my level bonus, which is referral money strictly from referral commissions, people signing up under me and making deposits or making investments or reinvestments. You'll see here that I can do this 32. I would normally, the most I'll be able to do is 30, because it does multiples of 10. I would also pull over this leftover amount from the last time, but it's only 268, so it's still not going to push me over to the 40 number. So you can see here it automatically calculates that to you. It says I'm going to have 268 left over, which is correct here, so that'll be added into this portion of the 263 that's already in there. And I'm just going to hit reinvest. It's going to say that's all good to go. I'm going to hit confirm. Again, there's a 299 day It's locked in for 299 days, that $30. Um, Meaning on day 300, they're going to just push that $30 back to me, and I have a choice to do whatever I want with it. Then I can reinvest it just like I'm doing now, or I can sell the BitConnect coin for Bitcoin and do whatever I want. So um, we're just going to confirm that, and everything will update. Um, Sorry, lost my train of thought here. Um, So that's what I want to do right now. You can see I only have $89 now. Oh, I remember. So if I wanted to do Lend, I always have two options here on my dashboard. I can either reinvest, which can be as little as $10, or I can do an initial loan, or I can lend BitConnect. Now, when I lend BitConnect, you can see this chart that I pulled up here earlier. The minimum is $100. So don't try not to get confused between an investment, which is right here, where we're investing BitConnect, versus a reinvestment, which is simply putting back in money that we've earned so far. So, and this is what I was talking about as well, where I put in my initial deposit on day one was like $1,420. It's in this second tier, so I do get an extra 0.1% every single day on that payout. And then this one here, my other one was $5,920, I believe, and so that falls into this tier where I get an extra 0.2% payout. So that's why that, again, this would have to be at least $100. But if you do these bigger amounts, you're able to get some a free kind of bonus percent, which does come in handy. Let me show you real quick what that kind of looks like. If I go to my transactions here, if I go to my lending wallet, it breaks all this down for you. So you can see right here on the 8th, when it was 0.06. Let me go back and show you here. So the 8th, July 8th was 0.06. It tells me exactly what I received there on the 8th. At 1:35 p.m. It's at 1:35 p.m. every single day for this loan. This was the $5,920 loan. I received actually 0.26, not 0.06, 0.26, because I did that. My this number right here is more than 5,010. You can go up and see the other one I have. The first deposit that I had, it actually pays out every day at 5 p.m. 1,420, so it's getting an extra 0.1%. You can see here that the interest paid was actually 0.16, so it added that 0.1 to the 0.06 payout of the day. The other ones were much smaller amounts, so I'm getting little bitty pieces of money there. So that I just wanted to show you that is all accurate. Everything on there is accurate. I know already that I'm going to get a 1.32 payout today. That's actually going to be 1.52 on my loan that was over $5,000, and it's going to actually be 1.42 on my loan that was $1,420. So all my other loans were much smaller because I'm just loaning out my daily interest, which is averaging about $60 or $70 a day at this point. So they don't hit that threshold, that tier where you get that extra bonus. So they're just going to be the straight percentage of what you see here. So just wanted to make that known to you. Real quick, I wanted to also show you, or just talk to you real quick about, the other day I was talking to a friend who's got about, well, like $16,000 of school loans, college loans. And he was like, I pay about $500 a month, and it would be great if I had a way to just make $500 a month. What do I need to do that? So we broke out the calculator. I broke out this my chart here and said, okay, well let's figure that out. How much would you need to kind of save and put into this for that to be able to happen? We talked $2,000. You put $2,000, you get an extra 0.1%. It's going to be generating. We'll just keep this conservative. Let's say it averages 0.8, but you get that extra 1.1%. So we'll just keep it at 0.9. That would generate $18 a day. If we do the math on that, 18 times 30 days, so every single month, that's going to pay out $540 every single month for you. I'll do it down here for you so you can see 18 times 30 days of the month. Just by putting $2,000 in, that will regenerate $540 a month for you. And you can just leave $2,000 in and just cash this out every single day, or just let it add up and then make one big cash out. Very easy to do with this program, but this is what was nice to me. It kind of got me started. It kind of got me thinking in this type of way, and it started small. I would just think, gosh, wouldn't it be nice to just have an extra $5 or $10 a day that I could just spend on lunch and just kind of remove that expense from my life? What would that require? And I do the math here, just kind of play with the numbers. It's not that much, but we'll just say maybe $600 in would give me $5.40 every single day, which you can buy lunch with. And I'm only paying that $600 one time, and I know that's a very simple thing to look at, but that would, if that was anybody, if they put $600 in, they would average about $5.40 back a day, and that would pay for your lunch every single day, depending on where you eat, obviously. But the dollar menu on McDonald's is sometimes where I go, so I like to save money anyway. But you got to kind of think like that. If your mortgage is $2,000 a month, let's just say $2,000 a month. Let's divide that by 30 days. Divided by 30 days. So we basically need to generate $67 a day to pay our mortgage. Well, what will that look like? We can just scroll down here to see. We don't have to keep guessing on numbers, but let's just see what $67 a day looks like. $7,500, and it'll generate us on average $67 a day. So you're telling me, and I was explaining this to my friend, so you're telling me if I pay a one-time $7,500 and put it into this program, that it will on average generate for me $2,000 a month. I said, yeah, and that will happen. That will continue, until your house is paid off. It'll continue after that. So if you kind of think about it in those terms, that you could do this one-time payment of $7,500. Now, if your mortgage is $2,000 a month, or your rent or whatever, or just any expense is $2,000 a month, over the course of a year, you're paying $24,000. Well, I'm telling you here that you could literally just pay $7,500 and have that expense taken care of for good. Not just this year, not just this month, but for good, because as long as $75 is sitting in this investment program, is sitting, you're going to be able to generate that same amount of money. So, and let me show you what I'm talking about there. As long as whatever amount it is, if it's $7,500, as long as it's sitting in this active investment portfolio here, then that's going to be generating on average about 0.9% interest. So that's the way I look at it. I kind of look at my expenses. I know what all my expenses in my budget are every month, pretty much. Even the other day, I said, well, we were going to have a bunch of kids over for a swim party, and my grass wasn't mowed just because I hadn't had time. And I said, well, gosh, and that's always just kind of been I like doing yard work, but sometimes it just gets away from me. And it was nice to be able to just call up a kid to mow my grass, and it's going to cost about a little over $100 a month. But when I look at this, if I'm generating $60, $70 a day, that expense is easily taken care of. So you just kind of have to think about it that way. I think it helps. You can look at it in a very small way to buy your lunch each day. You can look at it in a very large way. Have money to pay your car, your school loans, your mortgage, whatever it is. Sorry. Whatever it is. And so that's kind of a cool thing about this program. You're able to generate that, and it is generated on a consistent basis. Like I said, I already know what today's going to pay. I already know what tomorrow's going to pay. I know this says pending, but this number I've never seen it change once it hits. So I already knew that these were going to be low days, and I knew because they were going to be low days that my referral bonuses were also going to be kind of low because when other people aren't getting money, they aren't doing reinvestments, and so there's really no guessing on here. And which I think which for me is very helpful. It helps me kind of budget and plan and know what to expect that day. So if you're not signed up yet, get signed up under me. My link's in the box. Um, I'd love for you to be on my team. The referral code on mine is BitConnect 22. You've probably seen that in there. That's me. Um, I'm Ryan, whatever you want to call me. But email me if you like this spreadsheet. You can play with it all you want. Um, and once you're on my team, I'll happily send that to you. I also have those if you sign up under me and want to get started, I'll also send you $5 of Bitcoin, no problem, for free. And just to show you that I'm real. I'm not just trying to get you to sign up to make me money. I want you to be able to make money too. So read my description. I've got some other things in there too, but if you need anything, you have any questions, usually getting started is kind of the biggest hurdle. Um, and real quick, to get started, you have to buy some Bitcoin or have some Bitcoin. You can do that through a Coinbase is probably the fastest way to do it. And I have that link in the bottom. It'll actually, if you buy $100, you get an extra $10 free if you use my link. So Coinbase can get you started with 100 very easily, very quick. If you're trying to do larger investments, I would still get started with Coinbase, um, just so you can start to learn the program and the buttons and everything and where things are, how it all works, where it all shows out when it pays, things like that. But if you're wanting to do bigger loans, thousands of dollars, get that free bonus percentage each day. I would probably recommend getting in, starting an account with Gemini Exchange. It's an exchange where you can easily link your bank account to it, transfer money. The fees are very, very low. It's a very safe exchange and Bitcoin wallet. You can also have a Ethereum wallet in there as well. So anyway, there is a link for that one too. But if you have any questions, let me know. Hope you all have a great Sunday, and I appreciate you watching. Bye-bye.